The hairbrush. Hairbrushes have been around for thousands of years. However, you may be surprised to learn that until recently they were only used by the wealthy and privileged. The upper-class ancient Egyptians used hairbrushes made of animal hair, porcupine quills, shells, and bone for combing and to remove lice and other pests that got tangled in their hair. Brushes were manufactured for the first time in 1777 by an English company. The bristles came from wild animals and were stitched into the brush by hand. It is not surprising that these brushes were quite expensive. It wasn't until the beginning of the 20th century that brushes began to be manufactured by machine and to be produced with cheaper, synthetic materials like nylon bristles. With these developments, brushes became extremely common.
Lipstick. Ancient Egyptian women made lipstick from a red dye extracted from seaweed and the poisonous element iodine. It was eventually discovered that this early form of lipstick made women very sick. Cleopatra had a safer, although not very appealing, recipe for lipstick. It was made from ants and beetles. The ants were used as the base and crushed carmine beetles for their deep red color. In 1884, the first modern lipstick was introduced in Paris. It was a solid stick made of castor oil, beeswax, and animal fat. By the 1940s, the use of lipstick by famous wealthy women had led to its widespread popularity. During this period, rotating lipstick in a tube was invented. Today, the average woman owns 8 lipsticks.
Deodorant. The ancient Egyptians worked hard to hide body odor. They put perfume in their baths and applied great quantities of it to their underarms. They tried using many odd items, like incense and porridge, as deodorant. The ancient Greeks were also afraid that they might give off an odor. Like the Egyptians, they bathed constantly and wore a lot of perfume. The Romans took this obsession a step further. They soaked their clothes in perfume and even put it on their horses and household pets. The first trademark deodorant, a paste called Mum, didn't appear until 1888. In the mid-1950s, the ballpoint pen inspired the first roll-on deodorant. Today, deodorants are a multi-billion-dollar industry and are as common as toothpaste in most homes.
Nail polish. Nail polish can be traced back to around 3000 BCE in both China and Egypt. Chinese nail polish was a mixture of beeswax, gelatin, egg whites, and a gum from a special tree. Nail color represented social class. During the Zhou dynasty, around 600 BCE, the royal colors were gold and silver, so these were the colors worn by royalty and the upper class. Lower-ranking women were only allowed to wear pale colors. If they were royal colors, they could be put to death. Ancient Egyptian men and women of high social rank stained their nails with red henna. Military commanders in Egypt and early Rome felt that it was important to be well-groomed before going into battle. It is strange but true that they spent hours before a battle having their hair curled and their nails painted. Modern nail polish was invented in the 1920s. Its formula is very similar to the formula for car varnish.
I'd like to speak with a manager.
I'm the manager. How can I help you?
Look at my hair.
It's lovely.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. I am very upset with this haircut. It's by far the worst haircut I've ever gotten. The hairstylist didn't listen to me at all. This is not the style I asked for. I'm fit to be tied.
I'm sorry you didn't get what you were expecting, but I have to tell you, I saw you when you walked in. I did a double take when I saw you after the haircut. I think this style really suits you. It's a dramatic improvement.
But it's too short, and it has all these layers. I look ridiculous.
Not at all. You just aren't used to it. Trust me, it brings out your eyes, and it makes you look more sophisticated.
You're just trying to make me feel better.
No, I'm being entirely honest. You look elegant and sophisticated.
I have a wedding to go to this weekend, and I wanted to look my best.
Perfect. You're going to blow them away with your new style.
You really think so?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. See what happens at the wedding. If your family and friends don't like it, come back next week and we'll give you any haircut you want on the house.
Well, okay. I guess that's fair.
New fad diets that promise quick results with little effort appear all the time. Some of these diets that have appeared through the years have been truly strange and silly. One recent fad diet that was popular with famous people was the baby food diet. This diet suggests that a few tiny jars of baby food should replace 1 or 2 meals each day. While exchanging adult meals for small jars of food may result in weight loss, this diet has clear drawbacks. Aside from the fact that baby food has a texture and taste that is unappealing to adults, the small portions aren't enough to keep an adult healthy. Replacing meals with baby food results in a significant drop in calories that can leave the dieter feeling weak and dizzy. Perhaps one of the strangest recent fad diets is the cotton ball diet. As its name suggests, people on this diet eat cotton balls. The idea is that the cotton balls are low in calories and very filling, so the dieter would not have an appetite for other fattening foods. Obviously, this is a completely ridiculous diet. Aside from the fact that cotton balls have no taste and a terrible texture, this diet can be dangerous. It doesn't provide any of the vitamins and nutrients a person needs to survive. In addition, it can lead to digestive problems. One fad diet that has come in and out of fashion since the 1970s is the cabbage soup diet. While this diet isn't guaranteed to result in weight loss, it is guaranteed to make the dieter miserable. On this restrictive diet, the only food that you can eat anytime is cabbage soup, a food that is filling and low in calories. In addition to this bland soup, you can only eat certain food groups on certain days. For example, aside from the soup, on the first day, you can only eat fruit. On the second day, you can only eat vegetables. Because this diet is so restrictive, it is difficult to stick with it. It's not surprising that common side effects include mood swings and low energy levels. There seems to be no limit to what people have been willing to try in order to lose weight.
One recent fad diet that was popular with some famous people was the baby food diet. 2. Baby food has a texture and taste that is unappealing to adults. Three, the small portions aren't enough to keep an adult healthy. Four, it doesn't provide any of the vitamins and nutrients a person needs to survive. Five, this diet isn't guaranteed to result in weight loss.